Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sunless Sea. Now I'm not promising this is going to be a whole series like my Sunless Skies series, but somebody asked me to play it, and Failbetter gave me this game about a year ago, there's your disclosure right there, to try, and I never actually got around to it, because in my own personal playing, I found the game very hard, and slow, and different to Skies, so I never really got anywhere with it. But without further ado, let's start a new game, and see how long we can survive in the seas. Well, the Z's, I suppose. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, I know for a fact it is significantly harder than Sunless Skies. Sunless Skies has a lot more easy mechanics. There's a full trade system in Sunless Seas, I believe. Like, each port has its own export and import, and I'm going to screw it all up, I know it. What's really weird is I recognise all the music from the music I put in the background of my Sunless Skies videos. Okay, Captain's Making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone. But it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Undersea. Okay, so we can decide later, or we can choose a past. Let's choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. Now have a lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the Undersea. But who were you before? Wouldn't be a street urchin. Can I move this? I can move this. Can we move this into the middle of the screen? It makes it a little bit easier for me to read. It's probably going to get in the way of everything else now. Right, so we can be a street urchin. Your urchin gang cast you out as you grew too tall. You took to the sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. That last big score was enough to buy a ship. Man, as somebody who's bought a ship in London, that's a good score. This will give you bonus to veils, the skill of subtlety and evasion. You can be a poet, educated and articulate. You seek sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. But this gives us a bonus to pages and the skill of trickery and knowledge. A veteran of the campaign of 68, you fought in the invasion of hell. London's army is lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension have brought you a command. I'll give us irons, the skill of causing direct damage, or you can be an ordained priest. You fell from grace, there is nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at Z you can overcome your appetites. Appetites of what? This will give you a bonus to hearts, the skill of healing and morale. Or we can be a natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood and starlight brought you down to the Neath, the cavern where London lies. And now they take you out to Z. This will give us a bonus to mirrors, the skill of detection and perception. What are we feeling? What are we feeling? I could just go with my stereotypical veteran of the campaign of 68. I do apologise if you can hear a man trimming his hedge in the background. The wonders of lockdown in the United Kingdom is that everyone's at home. So they're all doing their DIY. So if you can hear that, I apologise. If you can't, don't worry about it. Okay, let's go with the veteran of the campaign of 68. You fought in the invasion of hell. London's army's lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension have brought you a command. Stern and exacting. They will not trifle with you. You promised a job to your acquaintance, the shady cook. He'll do until you find someone less disgusting. Talk to him to find out why you went to Z. Okay, so we've got 20 echoes. 25 irons. It's actually weird to see echoes, because that's the Fallen London currency, isn't it? 1 shady cook, and someone is looking for passage. Okay, so here's an ambition. What does winning mean to you? Your father's bones. Your father was lost at Z. You never knew him, but you've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Immortality. Eternal life sounds like something you'd enjoy, and it's said that in Failbetter, the ruler of the Elder Continent has lived forever. I should mention that we do have the Undersea expansion as well, so there are things here that aren't just part of the base game, though I'm even less knowledgeable about that. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tales, learn all you can of the Z, write a masterpiece, and retire. Wealth. You know how it is to be poor. Now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family perhaps. Oh, a private kingdom is locked. Establish a colony where you're an absolute ruler. A utopia perhaps. Perhaps. I can't choose this now, but you may find it to do it later in the game. What are we feeling here? I don't know. I don't want to do wealth. I did wealth in Sunless Skies, and it wasn't that exciting. Maybe. We just do your father's bones? That seems like a basic starting point. I'm kind of tempted by my own mortality, to tell you the truth. It's like, that's a really good thing. Do you know what? Let's go with immortality. We're going to revolve around some places I've never been, but yeah. The Presbyterian guards its secrets fiercely, but amidst the clamour and beer stains of the blind helmsman, a salt-scarred navigator is telling tales of the continent's deepest interior. A city called Nidia, and the origin of Prebeister's long life. Where is he getting his information? Bring wine. He is susceptible to wine. You will find the navigator and your first clue in London. Captain, an irregularity with the harbour master's office. They wish to know what term of address you prefer ashore. Well, it's only fair that I become me. So it's either sir or my lord. I do kind of like my lord, yes. Perhaps you really do come from a noble family? Who's to know? Yes. A pleasure to welcome you on board, my lord. Last piece of advice. Explore, take chances. This captain will probably die. Oh. The Z is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. Who are you? Okay, which one of these looks like me? None of the above. Kind of gender nondescript. I can't really tell which ones of them. That'll do. A-N-E-U-R-I-N. Yes, I am actually sitting here right now with a full mustache and a top hat. And you will never know if that is true. Right. Ah, well, here we are, I think. I think we're in Fallen London. Look at all of this. What do I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Do we just click through everything and hope for the best? Fallen London. Deep, dark, and marvellous. All voyages start here, and this is where successful voyages end. Yeah, the other ones end at the bottom of the sea. Is this important things that are happening? Oh, advice for captains. Hey, the much lamented M. Dimao found a watery grave long, long ago. Probably your end will be no better. But if you read this book of invaluable advice, your chances will improve. Oh no, this is actually the tutorial. Oh, okay. Well, this is a reading channel anyways. Screw you guys. I'm probably not going to leave the port this episode. Captains often die. This is not the end. When you die, you'll learn lessons which will help you survive next time. Beware, the layout of the undersea changes with each new captain, but home waters are stable, and islands will only move so far. That's horrible. Future captains can inherit some skills, officers, equipment, and money. Over time, you'll find extra items and advantages that allow you to preserve a greater inheritance. Okay, exploration. Exploration is the heart of the game. Risk brings reward. Staying close to London is safe, but eventually you'll run out of fuel and supplies. Exploring and playing port stories will allow you to find secrets and echoes. Speak to your officers to spend secrets on improving your abilities. Spend echoes on equipment in port. You can often find officers in London. On Mercy. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to be played. One autosave updated whenever you reach port and wiped on death. If you're getting frustrated or want more leisurely exploration, you can switch to Merciful mode. On Merciful mode, saving or loading manually will permanently switch your character to Merciful mode. This will remove the Invictus token. Completing the game with the Invictus token intact is a badge of honor. Oh, can I not have easy mode? You people won't let me have easy mode, will you? I know you won't. machines. Your prow lamp dispels darkness, reduces terror increase, allows you to find Z marks. Your engine, of course, drive the ship forward to the night. Both your prow lamp and your engines use fuel. More powerful engines use more fuel, but all lamps use fuel at the same rate. Try not to run out of fuel. Note that the Admiralty will compensate you with fuel for port report. Okay, that's kind of useful. On finding places to explore, use your Z-Bat Scout. Technically, it's a cryoptoscope, but we're among friends here. Press Z. Oh god, they've changed the different controls, aren't they? Press Z or click the Z-Bat button at the bottom of the screen, and it'll tell you where the nearest undiscovered island is. Be warned, if you're moving, it will give less accurate directions. Pause to get the most accurate reading. On fighting, when your enemy is in the arc of your guns, you'll see the firing solution. The glow around the fire buttons increase. When it's complete, let them have it. You can fire earlier if you'd like, but you may miss. Larger ships may have access to different gun slots. A green glow means your enemy is in the light. Enemy ships also have an arc on their guns. Try to stay out of their way. Enemy Z-Beasts will genuinely try to ram or bite you, and they'll submerge between times to avoid your attacks. If you're careful and turn your lights off, you may also be able to sneak up behind them and get the first shot in. Oh boy. Stories. When you put into port, you can genuinely explore and exhaust the story options until your next visit. If you have the something awaits you quality when at Z, you know that more story is waiting for you when you make port. It'll crop up whenever you're sailing around. If you see a flavor message like distant bells, that means you have something awaits. Ah. Terror. Terror increases gradually over time, while you're out at Z away from land. Watch the skull. When you see orange or red pips, terror will bump up. If you spend much longer in the frightening place, many events will increase it too. Use shore leave in London or other ports, but London is the most cost effective to reduce it. Lots and lots of other stories increase or reduce terror. And on news stories, we'll add new stories to the game from time to time. You can download them from the main menu. Okay. Yes, if you haven't played Fallen London, you play this, go play it. That's pretty much what that means. I don't know if I've done that. Oh well, you're a veteran captain and you no longer require this advice. Sell it. 50 echoes, yes, we're rich. Damn, that's an expensive book. Okay, so. Oh god, submarine tutorial. The only thing we can look at here is how to acquire a submarine. Her Majesty's Admiralty has sworn off submarine exploration. However, you've heard tales of unofficial research into submarine travel being conducted in her distant colony. Travel to the southern coast and follow it east to find Port Carnelian. There, you will learn how to convert your ship into a submarine. Be sure you're prepared for it. I don't think they'll be there anytime soon, but let's check. Can I just get rid of this? Maybe not. Hey, so... London? Blemmigan! A Blemmigan sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at captains as they come near. Yes. You extend your hand. Blemmigan leaps on. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers, and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. Very small. It is old enough for naval service. You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on with a pen, in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosun winces as you bring it aboard. Yes! What a keen little mushroom! Lovely. Don't really need more crew or anything yet, do I? Where is the crew? Oh god, I've just looked around here. Okay, we have 8 out of 10. Maybe we do need more crew. Well, let's visit the Admiralty Survey Office. They'll pay for information from Z captains. Find out what and how. The Admiralty picket fleets and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays Z captains a small sum for recent information. Is there anything in particular they need? Well, if we can be assured of your discretion. This port. Speak to our agent here, there, and return. We'll see that you are rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. The Iron and Misery Company fungus station somewhere not far from home waters. Okay. Misery Company fungi station. I don't think I need to speak to anyone of a higher authority. I don't really have a reason to, do I? No, I guess we could do the ambition here. The blind helmsman is a Wolfstack in... I just go here. Institution. A centuries-old pub held together by a crust of fry smoke and the nautical mementos nailed to the walls. When you enter, the salt-scarred navigator is already in full flow. A city deep in the interior. Nadir, it's called. There, they decide the span of every life. We can coax the tales of immortality from him. Nidar's walls are basalt, but within them, it's as close to paradise as a man can make. 1,000 fountains, the streets paved with gem slabs, and the air sweet with honeysuckle and orange groves. How does he know? Has he been there? I don't have any wine. Damn, I need wine. Do I have a journal? I don't think I have a journal. Oh no, I'm going to forget all of this. Maybe I should write this down. Yeah, it'll be fine. A passenger, someone in the docks wants to board your ship. Agree to carry an unsettled salvager to Venderblight. She visits Wolfstack every day in Z-stained rags, begging for passage. No captain will look her in the eye. Well, I will, because I'm a lovely man. He embraces you. I'd kiss you, my lord, but my beloved is prone to jealousy. We were parted, but the ancient captains of Venderblight will know where he is. Do we know where Venderblight is? Any hints? No? Oh, the Gazetter is this. Oh, good. Golden Bennett. Go to my lodgings. Yeah. Here you may catch up with your correspondence, rest, or retire altogether from seafaring life. The better your lodgings, the better the quality of your retirement, naturally. Okay, let's read the morning papers. The Unexpurgated Gazette, the magazine formerly known as the London Mag. The Spiteful Trumpeter News. The Echo Bazaar, enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor empress has forbidden singing in the street outside her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallblighter wasps. It's really weird how I know what all this is. That just shows I've spent too much time playing Fallen London, doesn't it, really? Go back to the rest of the city. Okay, so Venderblight. I don't... Wait, here's my journal. Aha! There we go. Begin your quest in London, yes. As a soldier, objective, liberate the secret of immortality. That'll tell me retrieve strategic information from the Iron and Misery Compass. Yes. Bored, almost safe. Dreams of a lady. Bound for Venderblight. Don't actually know. Oh, can we speak to the cook? Because we have a mascot. A comatose ferret. Mostly it's immobile. Occasionally it's feral. Take him up here to talk to him. I'll right-click to speak to this officer. What do you want? He might say more, but a coughing fit takes him. Eventually he straightens up and wipes his mouth, slowly, with his forearm. Lady Cook is not the most hygienic of officers, but it'll do until you can find someone better. Increase your hearts. Spend a secret to improve your hearts. No higher than 50. Ask him what he wants from life. Why did the shady cook choose to go to Z? Ooh. He looks you directly in the eyes. Dioli. He repeats it more slowly. Dear Lilies. He licks his lips. very slowly. Eventually, you have to look away. The Sea of Lilies is somewhere in the east central undersea. This is hard to know where I'm going. Do I have a map? Oh, it's M. Flip it, egg. It's tab in Sunless Skies. Why am I playing these games the wrong way around? Come on. Okay, so we see if we can just find Venderblight. I mean, how much fuel do I have? 9. How does one launch? E. Now, I know for a fact that I shouldn't max out my engines, and this game is considerably slower than... Oh my god, that fuel is going down so quickly. I mean, I have a good feeling about going... Oh, north or south? That's the real question. Do I want to go north or south? I turn off my light. Because that doesn't need to be on if I'm inside of lamps. Is that correct? I don't know. I honestly know nothing about this game. Any advice would be really appreciated. I've played hundreds of hours of Sunless Skies, and I have a rough grasp of every mechanic. This game, no idea at all. It's a much more laid-back game. I don't know, I think it's kind of what I need right now, to be honest. And if you like to listen to me ramble, it's perfect, right? The air trembles, a breath of change passes. I have got to be honest, the Sunless Seas soundtrack, I absolutely adore it. Oh wait, I can press Z, can't I? Wait, if I stop moving, and I press Z, I stop moving outside of the bloody light. That wasn't very smart, was it? There are no islands in the Zubmariner range, other than Hunter's Keep, which is right here, but I guess I saw that in my own... On my own, I should say. Well, let's go to Hunter's Keep. Now, this is where crazy ladies live, isn't it? Or something like that. I swear I've been to Hunter's Keep in Fallen London. There's going to be an awful lot of crossovers, isn't there? How do I dock? E. I'm going to get rid of this tutorial because it's going to annoy me. Ah, Hunter's Keep. A quiet isle. A grand old house. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other undersea islands. But here's a grand house. Windows aglow. Lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight. Raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. Finally, oh yeah, we can. Let's can we spy? And that'll get us a port report. So maybe we should get the port report first. Reconnoiter the island. Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns, are well tucked away in the fold of the grounds. Anything else? Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle. The house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. Let's see if we can do this. 75% chance. Spy on that. The place may not be as simple as it seems. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlour. Grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another fair-haired but unmistakably her sister sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush! If we don't speak of it, he frowns. Has she seen you at the window? Raw. So we now know something of Hunter's Keep. And we got 40 fragments? Oh, they'll combine into a secret. Okay. Yeah, let's present ourselves at the house. A maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlour where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare, and you are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Fanobi. I'm saying that name wrong. Obi? The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? So we have some choices here. We can luncheon with the sisters Cynthia, luncheon with the sisters Lucy. So Cynthia is the eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Lucy, the middle sister, is sunny, restless, prone to giggles. Luncheon with the sisters Fanobi. Fanobi is soft-voiced, watchful, and unpredictable. And news. I'll do that one. Even when the sisters aren't feeling sociable, they can be tempted out of their lair by the smell of new stories. Who are we feeling? I think I'm going to go for the youngest sister here. Something about unpredictable makes her more interesting. Fanobi has a story to tell. Of 2 lovers parted by water. Of a raven that carried messages. Of her fragments of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks. As if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The undersea shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips between the islands. Vast, spined things plunge in the depths. There is a scent, like the scent before a storm. Storm came, says Fanobi quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there, you finished the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits. Now we have 1 memory of distant shores. We got some supplies. We lost all our hunger, which is brilliant. We lost 1 terror. And our fragments remains unchanged. And you now have God of the Sea Storm's attention. Guessing there's nothing else we can do here. Not receiving news. Oh, but we can do news, but I think I'll hold on to that. Unless I want to speak to another sister. Oh, part of me wants to see if I can find Venderblight. Probably around here somewhere, right? We have quite a lot of fuel, but fuel, you seem to burn through fuel in this game. I'm starting to feel like I should have got some more. Why press M? Low Barnet, I don't know where that is. Does the bat use fuel or supplies on this? Dust echoes in sepia. Okay, combat. Combat? How does combat work? Oh god. I mean, I assume they're just kind of buggering off. Do I want to fight them? I assume I want to fight them. Oh dear. Incoming? Eat that! This is definitely different to Sunless. Ow! We shot each other. Fuck. It's definitely different to Sunless Skies. But, you know. You destroyed a pirate steam pinnace. Nice. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. She's a vile old vessel, and the seas aren't safe. Take all you can and move on. Lean pickings. These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbours, but here's something at the back of the hold. A cache of curiosities. Some sort of barrel. Tap the bung carefully. A cask of wine. Ha! We need that. In the flaring light, it's Z-dark, but the taste is the darkness of autumn. Mushroom wine. an acquired taste, perhaps. But once you've acquired it, we'll go back to grapes. Nasty little bubbles of goo. Grapes. Okay, so can I... there we go. I think I should stick to the shore, right? Oh my god, we've used 2 casks of fuel already and we barely left port. That seems just cripplingly bad. Maybe I'm going further than I feel like I am? I don't think I am, though. I'm sure we'll be fine. Hopefully Venderblight actually, you know... I'm assuming Venderblight's up here. Something's got to be up here. We discovered Carissa's Point. I do this, doesn't it? It makes the... Do we use more fuel? I swear it increased the heat, but I could be wrong. If that's the case, then I'll be doing this all the time. I think we do use more fuel, though. Oh, Venderblight. Oh, wonderful. Well, that was considerably less worried than I thought. Yes, I think I may actually have to look up some little nuances into this game to see if I can work out so I don't do something ridiculously stupid first time around. Bats? Bats! Oh god, bats. Fire the cannons? Oh dear. Full speed ahead. Ow. Being outmaneuvered by bats. I've taken quite a lot of damage, all things considered. Little leathery corpses lie scattered across your deck. The rest of the swarm vanishes into the neathy dark. Terra's kind of okay right now, isn't it? So, do we gather up the corpses? They are succulent with stolen blood. Into the pot? A bad idea, but on supplies. And we gain 1 terror. Nah. Those little bones are troublesome, and the flesh a little gamey, but salt them well enough, and they're quite edible. Okay, so that's a good way of getting supplies. Let's dock at Venderblight, drop off this lady. That would be a good place to end the episode. On the surface, the sun still warms the earth, so one assumes. Few die in Fallen London. They come here instead. Ah, of course, because wait a minute, aren't we already immortal? Why are we seeking immortality when we can't die, unless you still age? Okay. On deck, you hear the sound that 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience, or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. Oh boy. A lot of options here, okay. Let's start at the beginning. Find ancient captains to speak to the unsettled salvager. Shouldn't be too hard. What else have they got to do around here but moulder? An assortment of decrepit sea captains gathers around her, compelled by tradition, honour, or boredom. She picks her nails and closes her eyes when the last she speaks. I want to find Lady Black. The captains that can run, do. The rest shuffle away as swiftly as they are able. Only one remains behind. How long were you down there? He asks. 20 minutes, he replies. The captain puts his hand on her shoulder. Seek the house of the keel in Polythreme, he says. But if you can forget her, do. It's possible. He embraces her and departs. So now we're bound to Polythreme, and I have no idea where that is. So I guess that's just another one to put on the list of places we want to go. A dapper gentleman lounges by a dry fountain, admiring a frost mouth with a predatory gleam in his eyes. Would you help him find the quarry of a lifetime? Can't do that. What we call for help? Can't do that either. A dusty glass of wine? Can't do that. Explore Venderblight. Here we go. Here they favour candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. Okay. You wander the echoing streets alone. From time to time, the sensation of being watched comes upon you, but each time when you halt, you hear no other footsteps. Nothing eventful, only eerie. But when you return to the quayside, or quayside, sorry, quay, quayside, someone has left an odd, bulking box for you. There's no bill of landing, but the name of your ship is attached to the tag. You now have one soothen copper long box. On first sight, it looks like a tomb colonist coffin. On closer examination, it carries stenciling reading soothen copper and a handwritten tag. Delivery to depot, station 3. Gained 1 terror. Anything else here? Visit the first curator? Z Captains, the first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonies, but even tomb colonists dissolve in the end, and time is close. No more light, the obscene steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door, and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Well, I guess we can listen to a whispered request. Z Captain, silk skin, not much left of me. I will go into the grand sanatorium. Bring me colours. 7 colours. A well. 7 colours? Osmonog, Irigo, Pelican, Steward? As list. Find them here and there across the wide Z. The Neathbow. Funnily enough, I've just done a story about the Neathbow in London. One of the exceptional stories. Which name has completely escaped me. That's what you get for having perfect channel planning like that. This would be a perfect place to put one of those card things, wouldn't it? I'm literally looking at my phone, trying to work out what the name of the damn episode. How have I forgotten something so obvious? Stress, I'm telling you, it's getting to. Shades of Yesterday. Yes, where the lady made pens that used the Neathbow colours. Very good. If you want to watch it, I thoroughly advise it. Okay. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcades of Venderblight. Oh, Silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, unless we go to Z. So we needed something else. Somewhere to end. I mean, I guess we can accept the commission. Thank you, but this poor flesh thirsts for colours. It collapses, rustling back on the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do this one last favour. So, there's all the ant pelicans, all the different colours. And the last thing we can do is gather gossip. Who's plotting what out in the tomb colonies? Along the coasts of the Undersea, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists to settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up on their tries to come home, or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. I realise there's shops. Ah. can sell a tomb colonist? As it says, dropped them off. Yeah, so it's very different here. The van feels expensive. Good God. I feel like I should be writing down where you find all these. But this does seem like... I haven't named my ship. Even though that's a really cool name. We'll worry about that in the next episode. I'm sure there'll be a few more of these. Like I said, I'm not promising a full series on this. It may end up being a full series. To be honest, I actually really enjoyed that. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. But, well, I guess. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, see you next time.